Understand English but can't speak?
Speak simple.
Speak confident.
English Boost.
Boost your English.
Did you know that the average American spends about 48 hours a weekend binge-watching TV? That's almost 2 full days of screen time, and it got me wondering how we could make those hours more meaningful. What if we could turn that downtime into a blend of relaxation and personal growth? Today, Sarah and I are diving into that very question.
Hey, Alex, that's a mind-blowing stat. I've been thinking a lot about how weekends can feel both chaotic and restorative, depending on how we shape them. In this episode, we'll explore the little rituals, the unexpected twists, and even the culinary mishaps that make weekends unforgettable. Ready to uncover the art of the perfect weekend?
Absolutely, Sarah. We'll break down the science behind weekend traditions, compare planned versus spontaneous downtime, and share practical tips for cooking, outdoor fun, and even a good book recommendation. By the end, you'll have a toolbox of ideas to craft a weekend that recharges you and sparks joy. Let's get started.
We've got a lot to cover. First, the power of simple weekend rituals like pancake breakfasts, then how unplanned moments can actually be a hidden blessing, followed by stories of cooking triumphs and disasters, and finally, ways to blend nature and reading for a balanced escape. Each segment will have a hook, a story, and actionable takeaways. Sound good?
Great, then let's jump right in. But here's what's really interesting. The tiniest habits can set the tone for the entire weekend. Sarah, tell me about your Saturday pancake tradition.
Sure thing, Alex. Every Saturday morning, my sister and I wake up early, crank up some classic pop, and flip pancakes together. It started as a lazy Sunday brunch, but over the years it's become our unofficial kickoff to the weekend, complete with syrup drizzles and inside jokes. It's amazing how a simple breakfast can anchor an entire day.
That's wonderful, Sarah. In my family, Sunday dinner is the highlight. We all gather in the kitchen, and my mom whips up her legendary spaghetti that could feed an army. The whole process, from chopping garlic to sharing stories, feels like a weekly reset button. It's a ritual that reminds me of the importance of shared meals.
I love that, Alex. There's actually research showing that regular weekend rituals can boost well-being by up to 20% because they create predictability and a sense of belonging. Whether it's pancakes or pasta, the key is consistency and the emotional connection it fosters. What's particularly interesting is how these rituals evolve over time.
Exactly. A recent survey of 2,000 adults found that 68% of people who have a recurring weekend activity report higher satisfaction levels than those who don't. It seems our brains crave that rhythmic anchor amidst the chaos of the work week. So Sarah, do you have any other weekend habits that keep you grounded?
I do, actually. On Sundays, I love taking a long walk in the park, headphones on, just letting my thoughts wander. It's my personal reset before the new week starts, and I've noticed it clears my mental clutter. Alex, what's your Sunday routine besides the family dinner?
My Sunday walk is a bit different. I usually head to a nearby trail, sometimes with a coffee and a thermos, and I treat it like a moving meditation. Studies show that moderate walking can boost creative thinking by up to 30%, which is perfect for planning the week ahead. Plus, the fresh air and natural light help regulate my circadian rhythm, making Monday mornings smoother.
That's fascinating, Alex. Speaking of unexpected moments, I once fell ill right before a weekend trip and ended up binge-watching documentaries in bed. At first I was disappointed, but the forced downtime turned into a surprisingly restorative period of rest and reflection. Have you ever had a weekend that went completely off the rails? That sounds like a blast, Alex. What was the biggest surprise you encountered while making the ravioli? Did you discover any tips that could save a rookie like me from turning dough into a disaster?
The biggest surprise was that the dough needed far more rest than I anticipated. Without proper chilling, it tore easily and the filling leaked everywhere. I learned that a gentle touch and a well-floured surface are crucial, and that a quick press with a fork can seal the edges better than I thought. In the end, we served a slightly imperfect but delicious dish, and the experience taught me patience.
I can relate. My attempt at a birthday cake turned into a concrete-like brick because I overbaked it and used too much flour. My friend joked that it could double as a doorstop, but we still managed to slice a piece and share a laugh over it. It reminded me that the story behind a mishap often outweighs the taste.
Exactly. The narrative becomes the highlight. Research on learning through failure shows that people who experience a moderate level of challenge retain skills better than those with smooth sailing. So those kitchen catastrophes are actually stepping stones to culinary confidence.
That's encouraging, Alex. What practical tips would you give someone looking to avoid a kitchen disaster on their first try at a new recipe? I'm especially interested in quick fixes for common pitfalls.
First, read the entire recipe before you start. Knowing the steps prevents surprises. Second, prep all ingredients, mise en place, so you aren't scrambling mid-process. Third, trust your senses. If something smells off or the texture feels wrong, adjust before moving on. And finally, embrace the mess. It's often where the best learning happens.
Those are solid pointers, thank you. I've started experimenting with global cuisines, and each time I apply mise en place, the outcome improves dramatically. It's empowering to see how a bit of organization can turn a potential disaster into a delicious success. Ready to talk about taking our weekend outdoors now? I've been thinking about a simple weekend picnic. Blanket, some snacks, maybe a short hike to a nearby lake. It feels like a perfect blend of nature, food, and relaxation without the pressure of a full-day adventure. What do you think, Alex? Any tips to make it memorable?
A picnic is a brilliant low-key option. Being outdoors reduces cortisol levels by up to 15%, according to a Harvard study, and the act of sharing food enhances social bonds. Pack portable foods like cheese, fruit, and a thermos of tea, and choose a spot with shade and a view. And don't forget a lightweight blanket. Comfort is key.
Speaking of tea, I love pairing a good read with the scenery. Any book you'd recommend for a sunny afternoon by the water? Something that's uplifting but still thought-provoking.
I'd go with The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a short, lyrical tale about following your personal legend, perfect for reflective moments by the water. The narrative's pace allows you to pause and soak in the surroundings while still moving the story forward. If you prefer something lighter, The Rosie Project offers humor and heart. Both are great for a weekend read.
Great suggestions. How do you balance reading with the desire to explore the environment? I sometimes worry I'll spend the whole time glued to the pages and miss the scenery.
I like to set mini goals. Read a chapter, then take a walk to a new viewpoint and repeat. Using a lightweight e-reader or a paperback with a bookmark helps you track progress without feeling weighed down. It turns the outing into a rhythm of mind and body, keeping both engaged.
Let's recap, Alex. We've learned that simple weekend rituals anchor our days, unplanned moments can boost resilience, kitchen mishaps teach valuable lessons, and a balanced mix of nature and reading refreshes the mind. Incorporating these ideas can transform any weekend into a purposeful pause.
Exactly, Sarah. By being intentional yet flexible, we create space for both productivity and relaxation. Remember, the perfect weekend isn't about perfection. It's about aligning activities with what truly recharges you.
Next week, we'll dive into weekday hacks, how to turn your commute into a learning adventure and make Monday mornings less dreadful. You won't want to miss it.
If you enjoyed today's chat, subscribe, leave a review, and share your own weekend rituals on social media with #WeekendWonders. We love hearing your stories. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Whether you're cooking, walking, or simply relaxing, see you next time.